Hotline. Welcome to the Harold Washington Post 1987 Hotline TV show. This show is for you, the veterans, whether you're a woman or a male. This is your show. Now I'm going to turn over to that fantastic commander, Bam Bam.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the to the Harold Washington, not Jesse Brown.
Right. Yeah, Jesse Brown, so much is on your brain.
For real, man, you know. To the Harold Washington, American Legion Post 1987 hotline. And we have a special guest with us today. You know, when they be saying that some people say this world is large, this world is small, because me and my guest, we was out there talking, and you know how people say, I know you from somewhere. Say, yeah, I know you from somewhere. Then when you start naming places, yeah, but then when you really talk, find out all you really do. And we have worked together in many programs. And without further ado, I'm going to let him introduce yourself to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is John Worthy, and as Commander Thompson was saying, we have worked together on several occasions, and we just had to catch up on how we knew each other, and it is a small world.
It is.
It is definitely a small world. So I am a Army veteran. I did 8 years in the United States Army. I was on a Pershing missile nuclear launch crew. And now I am doing a variety of things with veterans that are beneficial for them, and I guess we're going to talk about a few of those today. So one of the things that we're doing now that's really going to be beneficial to a lot of the veterans in the South Suburb area is we're doing a subsidized veteran housing facility in Fort Heights. And it is going to be a campus-style facility with not only housing for veterans, but also we're going to have the supportive services that our brothers and sisters need for them to get back and forth to Jesse Brown, as well as to Hines, and we're working with the VA to provide on-site for other services that they may need, PTSD and that sort of thing. But in addition to that, we understand that, you know, for veterans to have a fully comprehensive lifestyle, we're going to make this an actual veterans campus-style facility. And we modeled it after the concept of the military base when you're overseas. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to make it self-contained. And what we're going to do is we're going to have not only housing, but we're going to bring retail, restaurants, grocery stores,
parks, libraries.
And then the goal there is to actually make it employment opportunities for the veterans that live in the facility. So all of them will have first opportunity to the jobs that are created through the Veterans Village. But we're also working to bring in a renewable energy out there, because I'm also the president of a trade union, American Allied Workers Laborers Union Local 46. And Local 46 is coming on to the project to provide apprenticeship training for veterans that are in the South Suburbs and in the city who are interested in getting into the skilled trades. And we're going to use this facility as a on-site training for that. We've also just become signatory with one of the, or actually not one of, but the only minority-owned energy provider in the green sector in the country. So there's the opportunity there for those veterans and other members of the community to come in and get those skills that they would need to work in the solar sector, the renewable energy sector, as well as the skilled trades. One of the advantages is that the veterans that go into these programs, the company that's providing the training is actually going to hire the people upon completion.
Oh, that's good.
So this is giving them an opportunity to get a training in the skilled trades and renewable energy, but also to have the opportunity to become a member of the union, which leads to union jobs, and to be employed in the solar and renewable energy sector.
In other words, on-the-job training.
On-the-job training, exactly. And that's what we're looking
ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, me and this man worked for a lot of nonprofit organizations. And one, when he's talking about the South suburbs, he's talking about Fort Heights, where Dow Inc. is at.
Exactly.
And not only that, those that remember RTW was on 55th and King Drive.
I am actually the CEO for RTW Veteran Center. And we have relocated recently over to 74th and East End. What we're doing now, because those of you who do remember us from King Drive know we had the feeding program there, and we used to do the 3 hot meals a day for people.
Yes, we
so
are,
now
yeah.
what we've done is we've partnered with other veteran organizations around the city, and we provide food on a daily basis to those organizations. So we'll get food from Whole Foods, Jimmy John's, McDonald's, to name a few, and we actually take it around to places like Featherfist and drop that stuff off to those veterans that need it on a daily basis.
Okay.
And then at the actual office, we're doing more of a outreach program with other organizations to help be a facilitator to provide those services that those veterans need, either be employment opportunities, work with them to help get their benefits that they're not getting currently. So
Are y'all gonna take my job?
no, well, we're going to try to bring you into the fold to come in and work with us over there so
you
we
know-
can reach out to more veterans across the city.
Well, you know my boots is always on the ground for the veterans.
That's what we need.
That's
People
what
like
we
you that
have.
got the boots on the ground.
And now, let me ask you this. Not being greedy or anything, because sometimes, you know, as they say, our stomach could be empty at times. Are you all going to do any barbecuing this year?
Yeah, everybody asks us that. Those of you who are familiar with RTW know that we used to do the
They used to
Memorial
do
Day
it.
barbecue, and we would have the steppers out there. I think one year we had the Buffalo Soldiers out there
Right.
with the horses and stuff too.
Right, that was the year I was out there.
yeah,
The
so we-
presentation on the stage. There was on the side of the building.
On the side of the building out there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So because we don't have that facility anymore, we weren't able to do it this year.
Mm-hmm.
But we're looking at possibly partnering with some other veteran organizations, and before the end of the summer, possibly doing a big barbecue for the veterans, maybe around the 4th of July or something like that, just to get everybody together, because it's a good opportunity for us to all come out and not only break bread together, but, you know, get together as veterans and swap those lifer lies that we like to tell.
And we tell a lot of them.
We tell a whole lot of them. If you ain't got no life of lies, you ain't been in the military.
You haven't.
Exactly.
And talking about big fish tell lies and stuff like that. You know, that's just like being around campfire, around friends and stuff. All you gotta do is just talk, open up your mouth to another veteran, and you'll see a lot of things that you all have in common and stuff.
Exactly.
And see, not just because you was in the Army, I was in the Navy, he was in the Marines, or whatever it may be, because see, one thing that we share together, we are all veterans.
We're all
And see,
veterans.
that means a lot. Because see, our motto is to never leave a veteran behind.
Never.
And see, like the organizations he's with and stuff like that, all the hats that he wear, I wear some of them also, but see, I know how critical it is to the people out there, because see, we are here to provide anything that we can to not just the veterans, but our main thing is the veterans, but to help our communities. And see, that's what community as a whole, you know, we don't be speaking about just a certain neighborhood. Community is the Chicagoland area. Whatever we could provide for, that's our community. And see, now with Brother John doing all his service work and stuff like that, like I said, we done crossed paths many times, from King Drive to 75th to Ford Heights and stuff like that. And see, that means all that area I'm talking about, people stay up in there. And you have veterans, you have children, women veterans, and you have family veterans, members out there that need help. Well, this the thing that we do. Like each year, sometime out there in Fort Heights, Dow have the what she call a get-together, motorcycle ride and stuff like that, where we have different organizations. Again, Buffalo Soldier, but any organization, veteran organization would like to participate, we had the doors open for them.
Yeah, now, you know, one thing, and I didn't want to cut you off, but while we're talking about Dow, you know, Dow Smith is one of the most wonderful people that I can say that I've met when it comes to veterans.
God-given.
For someone who is not a veteran herself.
Yes.
She has given so much to the veteran community out of her own pocket, out of her own time, things that she does. And Dow is the one who, like he said, is doing the project in Fort Heights for veterans out there. And she does what she does simply out of love for veterans and the sacrifices that we've made to this country. And, you know,
That's
I
true.
can't say enough about her and the wonderful person she is and the caring work that she has done on behalf of veterans, not just in Chicago, but in the surrounding suburbs as well.
You know, John, I would just wish that the administration out there would live up to the word that they gave Dow.
Yeah.
That they will work with her on this project. We know for a fact that before the new mayor took over, there was some turmoil with the old mayor. And the new mayor made a pledge to work with this project. And because money is at the root of most evil,
That is true.
because of greed, the mayor has let somebody put a bug in her ear, and it's creating problems out there. Brothers and sisters out there in television land, Ford Heights is a historical place because the Underground Railroad
That's
went
true.
through Ford
It
Heights.
sure did. It sure did.
So, right there alone, give you a sense of not only pride, but a sense of historical significance. And we have, unfortunately, too many homeless veterans.
That is true. We do.
yes.
The word homeless and veteran should never go in the same sentence together. I should say there are none.
Absolutely.
But just to speak to your point about Ford Heights out there, one of the things that Doll and I realized when we were sitting down and talking about the project out there, in order to
Yes.
really make it something that works for everybody, if we're going to put the amount of people into Ford Heights that we're going to put with this housing facility, we had to find a way to incorporate the city of Ford Heights as well.
Yes.
Right.
That's why with the surrounding businesses outside of the actual Veteran Village campus facility that we're building, it's going to spur economic growth for them as well.
And they
Because
need
That's
it.
true.
there's
Yeah.
going to be about
need it.
at least 225 units total that we're redeveloping out there as subsidized veteran housing. So by putting that many people into the community, they're going to obviously need places to go and shop other than the places we put there.
Yes.
But it's also going to create job opportunities for the people in the city of Fort Heights.
Yes.
One of our goals and the reasons why we're partnering with the sustainable energy company that we are is that
That's the
our goal
way of
is
the
to
future.
take Fort Heights off the grid.
Yes.
So this will actually benefit Fort Heights because I don't know if you know or not, but they don't have a police department out there. The county comes in and does their police.
Right.
They don't have a fire department. You know, the
Right.
municipality is in dire straits. Well, by us working with them to take them off the grid by creating wind farms, renewable energy, smart homes. Those are all of the things we're going to be doing out there in the Veterans Village. But we can also do those things to the existing homes in Fort Heights, as well as some of the existing housing facilities in Fort Heights, in order to not only create more economic opportunity for the residents of Fort Heights, but also to allow the city of Fort Heights to be able to sell power and energy back to the electric company. So
So
this
that's-
will be a means of them generating income
new revenue.
for the municipality as a
Right.
whole.
Yes.
So our goal is not to come out to Fort Heights and just do the project we're doing and exclude the residents.
Yes.
We're looking at an all-encompassing project that will
Yes.
help to raise the quality of life, raise the economic opportunities for the residents of Fort Heights themselves. Because our ultimate goal is that if we can create this in Fort Heights, this is a model that can be replicated throughout all of the south suburbs.
Yes.
Which will benefit not only all of the veterans there, but the residents of those communities that are impoverished already.
And not only that, if you could do it in Fort Heights and if it raised the level right, well, see, this is a symbol that could be raised all over the United States.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It can definitely be replicated across
because
the
see,
country.
the main thing, just you taking the incorporated area, turn it into a corporate area.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
see, if just that's just like, say, if I could build, I'm gonna put it this way, go back in history, like like DuPont, not DuPont, like DuSable, like he started his little trade.
Yes.
Now just think how he did it and how it flourished, and how that made Chicago what it is today.
Exactly.
See, that's all they ask out there for Fort Heights is everybody cooperation. It's a American Legion post in Chicago Heights, post 331. It's standing by waiting, and they say they trying to work with everybody and the veterans in the area, but see, it needs everybody cooperation. So that's when he said Fort Heights is not just Fort Heights, it's the surrounding areas also that they're trying to bring in together. And so, you know, if I could establish this and everything like that, and you see that we making money, money brings into money. So that means more corporate people coming in.
Right. Now, one of the other things in my capacity as a union president, and a lot of people are really amazed at the fact that as a black man, I was even able to become president of a union that I started. But I'm a local for an international union. In the south suburbs, there are plenty of opportunities out there for disadvantaged businesses. So a lot of you veterans out there listening, you may have your DBE certifications for businesses that you have. And a lot of those job opportunities and contract opportunities require you to be signatory to a union. Well, a lot of the other unions in the city don't want to deal with, DBEs and minorities and those sort of things. We all know the horror stories of how they lock us out.
Right.
That's one of the reasons I created this local, is because it's designed to work with DBE businesses, black contractors, black labor. The Department of Labor requires that on every public sector job, city, state, county, or federal, a certain percentage of that work has to go to disadvantaged businesses.
Right.
So in the south suburbs, there's a lot of work that's available. Ford Heights, Chicago Heights, Harvey, Dixmoor, all of those suburbs on the county level and on the state level. That by having an affiliation with a labor union, that opens the doors for those contractors to be able to come in and bid on and get those kind of jobs, to be able to pay those high wages to the veterans that are in the apprenticeship programs that we're creating. See, when you have a union, that takes you to a whole nother level. So just imagine, for instance, that if we already know all of the projects out there have to have minority participation. So if all of those minority contractors were signatory or united with one union that represented all of the black labor and all of the black contractors, how powerful that would be. Because they have to have us on the job.
Yes.
Right.
So now we're represented by a labor union that wants to see us succeed and benefit as minorities,
Right.
as veterans. That hasn't been happening. So this affords us the opportunity to get into those doors that we've otherwise been locked out of, where people are protesting, they want to come on jobs. Well, a lot of times they're not qualified to come onto the jobs that they're trying to get on. But now we can say we have a union-sponsored apprenticeship trade program, and we have union contractors. So there's no way that they can deny us. The south suburbs is ripe. Section 3 with HUD, that's a program they have that benefits directly. They have funding for training for veterans. That can get paid while they go to the classes. So it's pay while you learn, earn while you learn. So those are all opportunities that are available, and we're trying to establish a foothold in the south suburbs because there are a lot of veterans out there who are in need of employment, who are in need of job training, and they're in need of housing. So that's the goal we have.
John, can you speak to those veterans that's standing out there by the expressways with a cup and a sign
I hate to see that.
telling you, begging for money, saying I'm hungry. And I just got you listening to you talk about the various locations where you guys drop food off. Can you give the various locations where these veterans can go and
Actually,
eat?
we can do better than that. We have a 24-hour food crisis hotline that veterans can call that are food insecure, and they can call in and they can let them know where they're at, what their food insecurities are, and we can work with them to get them vouchers to go to different grocery stores that we have relationships with, and also go to different locations. They can go to the website for RTW, which is rtwveterancenter.org, and they list the different sites on there. I don't have the phone number. I would give you the phone number. But if you go to the website,
Tell them the website again.
it's www.rtwveterancenter.org. And they're on Facebook as well. You can find them on Facebook at RTW Veteran Center. Probably be easier. A lot of people are more familiar with Facebook, but they have a Facebook page. All the information is on there, and they feed people daily. They go to St. Leo Center. They go to Feather Fist, Door of Hope. There are a wide variety of places on the
That's the
south
one
side.
on 53rd in Indiana.
53rd in Indiana.
Okay.
And then we also have several community organizations that we've partnered with that they go into the community in Inglewood, Roseland, and drop food off at those locations. So if you go to the Facebook page, though, all of the information's on there. I'm sorry I don't have the number.
And the reason we bring this out, because I'm sick and tired of seeing veterans standing at these expressways with these little signs, homeless, hungry, feed me. We want you to know there are places out there that you can go to
Every day.
every day.
Yep.
Okay? Because as a veteran, it is a crying shame to see another veteran begging for money, saying you're hungry, when you don't have to go that route. You do not have to go that route.
There's
John,
something out there.
you struck a nerve because not only are you a union man, you are a veteran, and you have given back, just like the commander,
And still giving
and
back.
still giving back.
Well, you know, I take
and
my-
we appreciate that.
I take my commitment seriously. You know, as veterans, we all are members of the military. We all
Yes.
make that commitment that we'll leave no man, no woman behind
Yes.
Right.
on the battlefield. So I look at all of the things that I do in the veteran community now as just an extension of that. That if I wouldn't leave you behind on the battlefield, I won't leave you behind
out on
hungry
the
and homeless
street.
in the street.
Absolutely.
I won't leave you behind unemployed if I can help to employ you. So, you know, I look at that as a commitment. I look at those people as my family. They're my brothers, they're my sisters. So
Right.
I wouldn't leave any of them behind. If it's in my ability to help them and do something, then I will. I mean, I've served in a number of capacities. I've served as a platoon leader for the Mission Continues. I've served as the state commander for the National Association of Black Veterans. I'm currently the chief executive officer for RTW Veterans Center. I'm the president of a local trade union. All of those different things that I do, I try to incorporate veterans as the first priority for all of those things, to try to help them in whatever opportunities are available. So, yeah, that's kind of my spiel.
And that's a good thing, you know, let's say, to give back. To give back, ladies and gentlemen, it's a glory. It's a blessing
Yes.
to be able to do this because, see, the idea, we as a whole, sometimes we so stuck up with the things we're trying to do, we may be doing it the wrong way. But see, now when you hook up with someone that know what they're doing, such as we're sitting here telling you about the ins and outs and about where to go for help and stuff like that, this is what you need to help somebody else.
Yes.
Exactly.
This is our way of giving back. This show every week is showing you how we giving back. What can we do to give back? But see, although we're doing this, we need you to help us.
Yes.
Help us to help our other brothers and sisters.
We need everybody, just like we call ourselves boots on the ground. We need you all to put your boots on the ground. Heels too, ladies. Because see, we all stand as one. Our motto is, as veterans, leave no one. No
one
discrimination, no sex or whatever. Sexual preference behind it. We are veterans. We leave no one behind.
You know, gentlemen, part of what we do
Excuse me.
in at the CVO is we deal with violence. And it is a crime shame for the past 2 weeks. We done had almost 100 people that get shot.
No, and
It's a shame.
really, in the past 2 days.
You're right. In the past 2 days.
2 days.
I think there were 44 people shot over the weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
And 10 killed.
Right, and then you go back from Memorial Day, that Friday, to Memorial Day. That was another 47 that got shot.
And see, you know, no, I just have to say it like this. You know, I'm not going to bite my tongue. The Chicago police is doing what they can. But see, we need more participation out there in the community. You know what's going on. You know who's doing
right.
this stuff.
Yes.
You know, if you wanted to stop, everybody got to pitch in, you know. As you ought to be talking about, the police have the code of honor, silence, word of silence, code of silence and stuff. So do the neighborhoods. We have to realize we got to speak up.
And how as two men, how do you drive up on the sister holding her child and you shoot the woman? How do you do that?
That's gutless.
That is very gutless. You know, but as military people, you know, they send us all over the world
Yes.
to make the world safe, to make
Yes.
the world safe for democracy and impose that. But we've got to keep that same mindset in our communities.
Yes.
Yes.
And the same attitude we had to go make Iraq safe, Afghanistan safe, Vietnam
Germany.
We got
safe,
to
Germany
imply
safe.
here.
Let's do that as military men in our communities and start taking more of an active
Yeah,
role.
we have to apply
with what
it
we're
here.
trying to do and apply that here. And if we
And
do
that makes
that,
so much sense.
we're trained to do that.
Yeah.
That's what they trained us to do.
Well,
in
they
other
train
countries.
us to kill too.
Well, yeah, but we're going to leave that part out. Although some of these guys need to
Yeah.
go out behind the back and get shot, but we're not going to go there. But if if nothing
that
else,
was
we
only
need to
for
come in.
defense. That was only for defense.
There you go,
That was
right,
only
there you
for
go.
defense, you
But
know.
but we can, as veterans, make a difference in the communities that
Yes.
we
Yes,
live
we
in.
could teach them.
Take the young guys off the street, mentor them.
They have to want it.
Yeah.
It's just changing their
You know,
mindset.
that's all.
Changing their
because, you know,
mindset.
you still have these young people out there need guidance.
Guidance,
You know,
discipline,
mentors.
Yeah.
all the
and
things
stuff
that as
like
military
you
men
know.
we have. Discipline,
This is what they need.
exactly.
Look, because see, look at the draft. A lot of us that went into that draft system, we needed it because see, the idea we was going astray.
Right. That's
So it just told us that, you know, we had to straighten up.
Well,
And Brother
brothers
John,
and sisters, when you having fun, time fly. Brother John, we want to thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I
My
appreciate
man.
it. Be happy to come back anytime.
Tune in next Monday.
same time, same station.
To John, we hope you get well soon.
Take care.